jets will always form from the right-hand side. They'll approach from behind. The lead aircraft will come adjacent to the right-hand wingtip. We call this observation right position. And once he's moved up to that position, we know he's good to go, and the captain will give the approval. And then he moves back behind and goes underneath the tail of the aircraft, and he moves over to the left-hand side of the aircraft where the hoses will have been trailed by then. He's number 2 in the flight, will then drop back and go into the right hose. He'll basically fly the aircraft at a closure rate of 2 to 4 knots. It's quite a technique to actually get it in because you've got airflow over the nose of the aircraft that moves the basket. Our guys are fairly good at it.
It's one of the more difficult baskets to get into, our 707 basket, because it moves so much. So yeah, it's not an easy procedure. First time you do it, it's quite nerve-wracking. It's pretty much the first time you've actually gone and touched another airplane with your airplane, which is something that, you know, obviously we don't try and do very often. When you're plugged into the 7.0, if you've got the brain space to be able to look across at the actual fuselage, you can see faces in the windows, you can tell who's actually looking at you. Most of the time you're pretty fixated on trying to stay in the basket and trying to stay in position, so there's not much time to actually look around and enjoy the view.
There's a certain refueling range that they have to maintain. So they're quite busy. They've got hands on the throttles, controlling and visualising, flying the aircraft, and they're working pretty hard to maintain a good position on the basket.